Hello, thanks for joining me for your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 9th of August for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. If you'd like to get your free daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, please see the subscription link below. Or if you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign, embrace more serious astrology based on your time, date and place of birth, please check out my 30% off special offer for a year's forecast and your character analysis, and gain searing insights on what really makes you tick. Again, please see the link below. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 9th of August. Last week's new moon was all about your relationships. But the critical thing is, Aquarius, it's not necessarily just about achieving harmony or, celebrating the things we have in common. It is sometimes about recognizing that change is part of the process. Even with people that we're friendly with or involved with for a long time, very rarely do things remain absolutely static. And Mercury's move on Wednesday to join up with Venus and Mars in your 8th house, this is a sector where you're less concerned with what people say, but what they really mean. Because Mercury in the 7th house has been great for building bridges. It's accentuated your listening skills. Of course, Uranus has created some potential electricity in its relationship with the new moon, and possibly also some instability. And that's still in a right angle within 3 degrees of the Sun as this week begins. But Mercury's move really does bring a big Virgoan influence to bear in your situation. Now, as you know, Virgo is all about the details, being very discriminating. Virgo people love to provide services. So if you would like to start a business, for example, because the 8th house is very much about being entrepreneurial, then this can be a time when you can use the detail that Mercury's so good at managing and analysing. You can bring the detail to bear to go with the passion and the drive that Venus and Mars are providing in this sector too. But Venus is also in a really influential trine with Pluto in the second half of this week. Sometimes, the people that we have the greatest connection with, especially when we meet new people, it's very hard to understand exactly what it is, because it's not always about a conversation. The more I've sort of learned, the more it is really about an exchange of energy, and sometimes that can be completely unspoken. So you're being asked to watch out for non-verbal communication, as well as the delightful encounters you could have. But this is quite a deep dive. Venus in the 8th, Pluto in the 12th. So there could be someone who's emerging in your world, but it's kind of creeping up on you, but it's quite exciting. It may be a smile, it may be the way they look at you. It may not be romantic at all. It may be just a kind of deep connection, like you may have felt that you've known them before, perhaps in a past life, if you believe in that. So watch out for something very important beginning to stir for you in the second half of this week. And if you are talking about finances, because the Sun is in a quincunx with Neptune in your sector of everyday money, I do feel it is very important to use the energy of Mercury, particularly to don your detective's mac again, pull up the collar, and really delve deep into any facts and figures that are being presented to you. So listen to your sixth sense, but also apply logic and investigative analysis, because the more you can, the more you can see the patterns in situations, understand the value, understand what you really need to transform and change in your world. But I do think there's a very good chance, if you do provide services, that your financial situation could be improving as this week goes on. There is a quarter moon as the week draws to a close. Maybe somebody's wanting you to conform to a way of being in terms of a bigger organisation that may feel as if you're having to sacrifice some of your innate Aquarius individuality. It's a bit of a juggle. I don't think any of us can have it all on our own terms, but I will say that the North Node and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius, the North Node in Gemini, are actually doing a lot this week to give you support to be the best version of yourself. But sometimes we have to just flex a little bit, and that could be so by the very end of the week.